Look at that. I found a coin. Do you want to buy it? I sell it. We need money for the renovations. Oh. Aha. Can you see that? A full bottle. Can you see? That's a box. I thought I moved this because it was a beam, but it's not a beam. This here is an opening. A weapon? A bazooka? I love treasure hunting.
A month ago, we started renovating the completely overgrown barrel house on our grounds. We urgently need this building to store our garden machines, which will free up the coach house so we can turn it into guest accommodations. But it's big enough to also become a wood workshop for future projects. And if you stay till the end of this video, Anna's going to show for the first time on this channel some of the work she did as a fashion designer, including a stunning dress for Rihanna.
Today is a very exciting day because the masons are back and they are in the process of piercing through this concrete cement brick wall to create a new opening. A couple of months ago, Philip managed to source some second-hand garage doors, and today we are making the opening so that we can reinstall them, because basically this building has doors on the wrong side. You can see where our border with our neighbour is because we've got the electric fence, so that's the perimeter of our land. It all used to be part of the chateau, so this is the old pressoir where they pressed all the apples when they were making cider and calvados, but that belongs to our neighbour. So we have about 1 metre. It's not very convenient for when we have machinery and things like that. So that's why we're changing the opening and putting it on the other side.
When we went to the tip, there was a heap of free compost to take away, and they said I can, if I want, fill up my trailer, which I did, because if something is free, I take it whether I need it or not. But it turns out I do need it here for my if plants. Look at that. I found a coin in the compost. Let's find out if it's worth something. République Française. 1872, so I don't know if it was in the compost or it was here on the floor. 1872, is it worth something? Do you want to buy it? I sell it, we need money for the renovations. If you want this coin, 510,000 million and it's yours. Only one chance. Make an offer now, send us an email, write a comment. We do accept Bitcoin. Thank you.
Philip?
Okay, let's the happy cleaning start.
Yeah, you have quite a mess to clear up.
That's nothing.
Oh my goodness. And look, it's actually...
I need to start somewhere, yes.
So polystyrene first.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Was there not a better way of like removing the polystyrene? Is that helping? Sort of, or just...
Yeah.
Trouble is it's rained in the last couple of days and...
Yeah, but at least it keeps the dust glued to the...
So last week we said that was the most disgusting job we've ever done during this renovation.
And now you think that's the one?
And now I think that we might have topped it this week.
Yes, yes.
It is, we're like in a weird, disgusting
Soup.
of polystyrene and rainwater and mud and
Asbestos and weasel poop.
weasel poop.
Yes, or any animal that made big poops.
Gross. Okay, yeah. I cannot wait for this to be clean. And I wish it was as easy as just going like this. Boop! And then it was clean, but it's not that easy. It's quite disgusting.
As many of you have noticed, I became a huge fan of these disposable suits. They protect me from dust, they're great to create cheap jump scares on this channel, and it even doubled as my last-minute Halloween costume. As a matter of fact, I got so attached to them that I even started wearing them when I'm surfing online to keep me anonymous and protect my data. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and I found out that data brokers do not care what you're wearing. They scan the internet for your name, address, social media profiles, even court records and social security numbers, and they then sell this information to companies for ads or worse, scams. And that's where this week's ad sponsor Incogni comes in. Incogni automatically contacts data brokers on your behalf and asks them to delete your personal data, not just once, but continuously. It keeps working quietly in the background so you can focus on things that real matter in life without being worried about who sells your data. I'm sure you are aware of these annoying robocalls, people that try to sell you insurances or pretending to be a delivery company. And if you get these calls, it means your data is out there somewhere. And that's exactly why you want Incogni to take care of this. It's super easy to set up, and it's actually satisfying to see how many shady companies they get to remove your data from. So if you want fewer spam calls and take your data back, go to incogni.com/Chateau, choose a plan for yourself or for your family, and use the code Chateau at the link below to get an exclusive 60% off the annual plan. And if you're not happy with the service, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Ta-da! Massive progress in my future woodworking workshop. Of course, there's a bit more cleaning to do, but I can't clean anymore because the trailer is full and I need to go to the tip. I can clean the other side here. So here we have barrels and other stuff that needs to go. And some precious things, some surprises, I think, I hope. Ah! Good. Imagine this was a barrel of beer. How nice would that be? Is this even possible? Single-handed. I obviously can't roll it down. Oh! That is very heavy. No, are you joking? This is too tight. Now I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Can you see that? Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so there's a second one. I can't get this out before I take care of all these things that are standing here. So, what can I use? I can use. Ooh. Oh. Aha! Look at that. Look at that. A full bottle. Can you see? That's a full bottle. That's a full bottle of we don't know what, but it looks yummy. It's just like empty bottles and pretty rotten crates. But I thought this was a beam, but it is not a beam. That's a box. I'm excited. More treasure. More treasure. Look at that, guys. I thought I moved this because it was a beam, but it's not a beam. This here There's an opening. It's hollow inside. And it has written here, fragile. What is this? That looks like a weapon, a bazooka, a gun. Tell me what you think what that is. Look at that. I gotta look into that. Stay tuned. I promise you at the end of the video, I will reveal what is this. I love treasure hunting. I do not want to step here because here, with this broom, here, there is a very, very deep hole. Well, deep enough to get wet in this disgusting thing. Okay, fragile. I will be careful. And that goes outside. Look, it's a box. So interesting. So what's next? What's next? Oh, this is full of water. I'm gonna show you later. You know what? Let's speed this up and later show you all the things that we found. Hey Anna.
Hi, so I heard you found treasure.
I found treasure, a lot of treasure.
I can't believe that it's more than we already found because we already had a good look in there before. Oh wow, I've just spotted this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so cool. What is that?
It's Breaking Bad thing.
Something to do with the alcoholic...
Look, I think it even comes with its instructions.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What that looks like. No? Is that
Let's have a
instructions?
look. Let's have a
Or
look.
maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe something else.
What is this?
Oh no, it's something else. Sans eau. Machine. I thought it was instructions for
But kind of cool.
Yeah, but I think it's not a keeper.
No, maybe not. But what else have we got here? We've got a... What is this called?
A wrench?
A wrench?
Yeah.
Very rusty, but I think it's very cool. And I think, you know what? We should clean this up and that could go up on the wall as a like kind of decor in your workshop.
Yeah, and it can become a viral video. You know, people do these rusty things and then turn them into something super shiny and new.
Yeah.
That's it. I think I can clean it up. I will research. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it.
Some other tools.
This is very handy. We never have enough of these.
Yeah, this it looks nice. You can clean it.
Yeah. I feel like we could have a little vintage tool theme going on.
Yeah. This is, I don't know what it is. Look, it has like a shaft in here.
Is it not for like, it looks like kind of cork, a corkscrew.
Maybe some corky thing.
If anybody out there has any idea what this is,
please let us know. Yeah.
But again, it's going to go on the wall of vintage.
Now look at this.
Oh, I love that.
Décalitre. That means 10 liters.
Lafage Frère Lyon.
And that just shows that there's 10 liters. So if ever you want to know what 10 liters is, that's 10 liters.
That is very cool. I love that.
I don't know what to do with it, but it looks nice.
I think you could use it as a umbrella stand. Yeah. Oh yeah, look, you have all the numbers. Can you see them?
Yeah, 10. Yeah, can you see every...
Look, 9, 8.
Yeah.
So each line is another litre. Pour chaque litre, le liquide doit recouvrir le cannelure correspondant.
That means for every litre, it needs to go on top of that line.
Yeah, so beautiful.
We showed these.
There are these metal plates, and it has Pédoge, because this is the part of Normandy that we're in, Pédoge. What is it?
I think they want some concours, some prizes, some medals.
1949. That should definitely also be decor. Yeah. That can be cleaned up. I will have fun cleaning these up. Yeah. 1949. Yeah. Wow.
These are definitely decor for the coach house or something. And we have a huge amount of these instruments. You see, these are...
They look like firecrackers from the outside.
Alcoholometer. You can measure the alcohol content. You put it into the drink, into the liquid, and then it floats. According to the density of sugar, I guess. It floats higher or lower. And then you can deduct the alcohol.
It could be quite cool to have a go at making our own cider maybe next year.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know, but somebody told me that you're not really allowed to use them anymore because they contain lead.
Ah.
You see, in here.
It's kind of cool.
We keep them for now.
If we had
I don't know.
A cabinet of curiosities, it would be cool.
Does anybody know why there's so many? Why do they have so many? Not like I get it. There's different scales, but that's a little thermometer.
Let's see.
It doesn't seem to work. Oh no, it does. 18. It stops here. 18 degrees. That's probably what it is. 18 18 degrees Celsius. The
Wow,
temperature
that's
here.
kind of handy for
That's
something.
good. A vintage.
Renault?
Renault without the T. But we have two things. We have a mystery box and we have a precious find. What do you want to see
Ooh,
first?
oh my goodness. Oh, precious find and then
Okay.
the mystery box
Well,
till the
our
end.
viewers know already because I've showed to them.
Oh, okay.
But you haven't seen. So there is, first of all, a bottle which is almost full and it has still a cork and it seems tight. So I think this is Calvados and I will definitely try it if you want to try with me.
Is this not the mysterious thing? This is
This is not a mystery thing. Well, it is also a bit mysterious, but I like the color. It looks good.
Oh my
But
goodness, I don't
now-
know.
Well, I will open it later and then we see if it's too
Okay.
good. But
All right.
there's another bottle and that's a find which is absolutely amazing because we never found a bottle with still the sealed label. You see it's sealed on top.
Wow.
And also it's absolutely full. So it hasn't evaporated, which means it was really tight.
That's beautiful.
So this is probably one of the last bottles of the distilleries.
Calvados.
Calvados. So this is precious. That's actually really precious, I think. I
Maybe
don't know
we
how
should
much.
keep that one, not drink it. Let's just.
I think we clean it and then we look at it and we think what we could do with it.
I've actually got a shoebox of old labels, so we can even stick one of the old labels on it and just keep it as a.
Yeah, but we don't know if the year is correct.
Well, it doesn't matter. It would
Yeah.
just be for fun.
Yeah. Or we sell it and I can buy boat parts. A new
How
rigging. I need a new rigging. Do you think we can get enough money for a new rigging for this?
No, I don't think so. How much do you think a bottle of, without the label or anything, it's just a random bottle?
Well, it is definitely from here. People have seen where it came from.
I think
so
it's priceless, to be honest.
we could put it on auction.
No, I think it's priceless. It's part of the history of the chateau.
Yeah, but then we need to drink it if it's priceless.
No,
Well,
I
you
think.
just look at it. There's no
Yeah,
point.
we keep it because it's,
To look at it.
it's too good
To look at the bottle.
drink. It
And
would be a
seeing
waste.
it evaporate within the next 200 years and
Yeah.
then there's nothing left.
Let's see.
No,
Maybe
I
we've
don't
got
like
a good
it.
occasion to open
Either
it.
we sell it and we buy both parts, or we drink it.
All right, let's think about
And
it.
now the mystery.
Okay,
I thought this was a beam when I first saw it.
it looks like it's not a coffin, is it?
No, there's no dead,
Is this
really thin person
is this
there.
for Halloween?
This is not. Maybe. I don't know what is in there. I don't know what it is.
It's covered in cobwebs and
Yes.
spiders, probably. Is it heavy?
Yes, relatively heavy.
Ziggy, what do you think it is? Have a little sniff, Ziggs. What do you think? Ziggy, what do you think? Does it have anything written on it? Fragile.
Fragile.
Fragile, okay. Ziggs is definitely intrigued. What do you think it is, Ziggy?
I hope it's not like families of dead rat babies or something.
Oh, gross. Ziggy is definitely
Oh,
intrigued.
okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, what is it, Ziggs? Ugh.
Look at that.
Oh, that's Grace. What is that? Even Ziggy's freaked out.
What is it, Ziggy?
Oh, Ziggy, what is
You're
it?
freaked out.
What is it?
More of these glass things.
Let's have a look.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
more of these glass things.
Interesting.
They're interesting. They're beautiful.
Looks like there's some tree that's grown inside there at the same
There's
time.
also a lot of.
Well, what can we do? We could make them into some kind of light feature.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. With these. Look,
We
we
need to
have
get
more
creative.
of these. Look, we have
Yeah.
already
So it's
rescued some of these.
basically these. Can you show me what it looks like?
Well, it's these things that you apply on the outside of a barrel, and then you connect it to the barrel and you see how much liquid is in the barrel. And they are, I think it was plastic to start with, but then I took one off and it broke and it was glass. So they're nice. I think you could definitely make some
Some
light
light feature.
fitting, some cool
Yeah.
light fitting. Yeah, definitely.
Ziggy, Ziggy, what are you doing?
We
Philip, look.
need to find a...
Look, Ziggs. What is it? He wants to go in there.
Do you want to go
There's something
inside?
in there. What is it? What is it?
Go inside. Come.
No, don't. Oh no, Ziggy, don't go in.
What is it, Ziggy?
Oh, Ziggs. Funny boy.
Do you think that would be a nice doggy house? That would be a perfect. Look, it has already the doggy door.
I think either a dog house or a chicken coop.
But our dog doesn't live outside, so why would
No,
he have
he
a dog
doesn't.
house?
He's a chateau dog. He's a lord.
He's a
lord
lord.
of the manor.
He's not a barrel dog. So what do you think about Oh My Finds?
I feel like we can definitely use quite a few of these as some nice decor, and they can be cleaned up.
Yeah.
And I think you're probably most excited about trying the Calvados.
I'm most excited about this and this other one. And I definitely want to try that. And I'm thinking, where do we put these glass things? That's one of the things that...
Well, you keep them in that box. That's a good box.
Yeah, but it's all full of...
Dirt. Can we clean it? We can hoover it out.
I think some animals made their houses in there as well.
Gross. So. Okay.
And one more thing, Anna. I just took it because I like the design.
Yeah.
Look. Cigarillo package. And I love the graphic design and the typo and everything.
The colours are very cool, actually.
It's super cool.
It's very retro.
Very cool. Okay, that's the last barrel. There's all the roots from the ivy and the roof.
Last week, I shared that I had this idea to maybe put some of my designs onto scarves. I wasn't sure how you guys would react, but thank you so much for all of your positive, lovely, encouraging messages. It means a lot to me. It's always very scary as a designer, putting your designs out there, and you never know quite how people will react. A lot of you said that you would really love or be very interested in maybe purchasing one of these scarves. So it's all of the encouragement I need to reach out to some companies and try and figure out getting some samples made. And it feels quite fitting, actually, because this week it was announced that my former boss and friend Olivier Roustin stepped back as the creative director of the French fashion house Balmain. I spent over 10 years working as a designer for Balmain in Paris before coming here to start renovating our chateau. So this new scarf project, it does feel like a little nod back a little bit to my previous past as a fashion designer, but then obviously bringing in the prints that I've designed since being here at the chateau. But yeah, it's brought back a lot of memories about this amazing time of my life where it was an amazing chapter of creativity and of energy. It was so exciting, and I thought it'd be fun to share a little bit of my work from that time, because I've never done that on this channel. So this is a bit of an exclusive. So I've been up to the attic and pulled out my old portfolio because I thought it would be really fun to share a little bit of some of the work that I did for Balmain. And I haven't looked in this for a while, so it's quite fun to have a look through it. I actually did a lot of designs which were to do with fabric manipulation. So I did a lot of this sort of work where I was doing samples with macrame, weaving, working with metallic elements. And it was just like the most creative time of my life. I think that when I came first to the chateau, I definitely missed that creativity, and that's how I started creating my wallpaper prints, because I was missing something creative and I just was looking for an outlet, and I found it. So yeah, I'm very, very proud of that time. I have such fond memories. This was a really fun one. This was like an Aztec inspiration, and we used all of these kind of very colorful beads. This was a collection that I was inspired by Japanese armor, which has this incredible weaving of the metal elements together. It was quite a cool collection. It even got into the campaign for that season, some of my pieces. Definitely a standout moment for me must have been when Rihanna wore one of my pieces for an editorial. That was a very cool occasion. This is going back, oh my goodness. This is so many memories. This was one of my favorites. We called that the Baroque collection. And I created these embroideries, which were lacing mixed with pearls and metal elements. So that was one of my dresses. Yeah, very fond memories. I've also got a huge box here with samples. I could do probably a whole episode about this, but I don't know if it interests everyone. But I had a lot of work where, you see, this kind of work with metal weaving. There was obviously a lot of chain. That was an embroidery with some chain to make like a tartan. There was also a lot of Swarovski stones, a lot of bling bling, because Balmain is definitely known for that. Oh, this is the sample. This was the sample of the denim with the chain that was made into the Rihanna top. then I also did things like this, which is some sort of pleating that I then wove with. I do wonder sometimes about where I could go with, you know, developing more of this kind of work into what I do here at the Chateau. But I think that already doing the scarves is definitely a good place to start. So a little recap of the 2 designs that I'm going to be putting into production. Well, hopefully if the samples work out. The first one is this design, which I'm calling Trailing Oak Leaf, because you'll see it has this really fun, really fluid and organic design with the oak leaf as the main inspiration. And that was inspired by our garden here at the Chateau, because we have a few beautiful oak trees here, and it's just such a classic botanical, and I love it. So the original design I created was in this very classic blue version, which I love. I'm always a stickler for a blue and white. And I wanted to try out another version. So I have this beautiful deep Bordeaux red color. It's like a burgundy red mixed with a kind of old blush pink, which I think is a really pretty combination, and then some little touches of white. I am really loving that color at the moment for winter. I think it's such a beautiful autumnal, wintry color. And hopefully the idea is that I will get the samples sometime next week. So then I'll be able to share the samples with you. And yeah, depending on your feedback, then obviously we will launch whichever one people really love. And the second design is this passion flower design that I created for the wallpaper last year. I told you that I wanted to rework it. I cleaned it up a bit. I've changed a bit the background. I've added in some shading. And it was quite interesting because obviously transforming this into a design for a scarf was, you know, a different approach. I had to rework the design. I've made it a smaller scale. And then I wanted to try out a couple of different colorways. So again, I have my very classic blue and white combination. I think that ever since I've done those Delft hand-painted tiles in our kitchen, that's kind of become a bit of a staple colorway for me. I find it a very classic combination. And then, okay, yes, I went for another Bordeaux and then off-white cream combination. And I have to say, again, I'm really feeling this color this season. I think is like, yeah, I'm excited to see the sample for this one. And then the last one is for all my green lovers, because you know me, I'm team green. Hashtag team green. You will know that I have always loved green, and I always will. And I have a bit of an obsession with green. And I'm even wearing green. So I'm also feeling that these are really beautiful colorways that are kind of classic colorways, perfect for the autumn and the winter. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you have a favorite colorway, or do you have any ideas of colorways that maybe you would like to see me do? I did have some feedback over on Instagram, a few people asking me for maybe some brighter colors. And I did suggest that that could be a really nice project for maybe in the springtime, more of a spring, summer, more colorful scarf collection. But I feel like these colorways are classic staple colorways for autumn and winter. So if you are interested in learning more about these scarves, or if you think you would like to purchase one, then get on our wait list. I'm going to leave the link here below. You'll be first to get all of the information about these scarves.
I'm just about to edit this vlog, and it's a quick update because I researched about this coin, and it turns out it's valuable, fairly valuable. It is sold on one side in between 120 and 170 euros. Isn't that good? That's good, just in the grounds, in the Chateau grounds.
And with all these massive renovation projects ongoing, the only reasonable thing to do is to buy some upgrades for the sailboat. Thank you for agreeing with me on this, and thank you even more so for watching this video. See you next week.